So in today class, we are going to cover Yum server configuration. So how we will deploy our in-house Yum server if required. So before going for the deployment, let's understand what is basically Yum server, right? So what is Yum? Yum is a primary tool for figuring, getting, installing, deleting, querying, and managing Red Hat Enterprise Linux RPM, right? Software packages from official Red Hat repository as well as third-party repository. Yum is used in Red Hat Enterprise Linux version 5 and later, right? A version of Red Hat Enterprise Linux 4 and earlier use up to date, right? And after RHEL 6, right, they introduce another package manager called DNF, right? So let's understand what is a local Yum server. So create local Yum server configuration. To create local Yum server configuration means Yum means hello dog updater and modified, right? Server. You will need a system with the access of package you want to host locally, and this local server can be used to distribute package over the system on the same network, improving installation, update, speed, reduce external internet dependency. Okay, so we have to configure this local server. Just like, let's go on terminal and just understand what I'm saying, right? Just like in Linux, right? If you want to install any software, you can use yum command, right? So this is the yum command which you can use to install any package. Just for example, just like in Windows, how you install any software? You download it, the exe file, right? You download one setup file or exe file from the whatever is the location. Just like if you want to download Office, you download from Microsoft. If you do download any third party, you download it. Just like you install VirtualBox, so how you downloaded it from official website, you downloaded one exe file and you just double click on it and you install it, right? So in Linux, you don't do that, right? You don't double click and install any software, right? In Linux, you install any software through command line, all right? So just like in Linux, Windows, all software come with .exe file or .psi file, right? So in Linux, Red Hat basically, that is RPM, right? Red Hat Package Manager, right? So you have to install all software through command. So there are two commands which you can use to install any software. One is RPM. So we'll cover this in next class. And one is yum command, right? So to run this command, just like if let's suppose you want to install any software. So what you have to do, you have to just type yum install httpd, right? So what it will do, it will install the software. So as you can see in my screen, when I run this yum install httpd, what it is saying, error, there is no enable repository in yum.repos.d, right? So when you can use this command, you can use this command when you will register yourself with Red Hat, right? As I told you, Red Hat is an open source operating system, and but if you want to take support or buy license, you have to register yourself with Red Hat and you have to purchase license for the system. Okay, so let's suppose in some organization or some there is requirement, they don't buy license. You are much expert, right? You are expert enough to handle all these things. So what you can do, you can ignore license and you leave purchasing the license. So your organization is saying no, we will not afford the Red Hat licensing cost, because licensing cost come around 12 to $1,300 per system for 1 year. Okay, so let's suppose if you are running 100 license, so it will be almost 1 100,000, right? Means $1,300,000, right? So it will be big amount. So your company maybe can say, no, I will not afford this. You just create local yum repository, all right? And also, if you can afford also, still you can create your local yum repository to create a versioning of your applications, right? Just like later on, right? For example, right now, last June 30, right? Just like Red Hat announced, they are end of life for RHEL 7. Okay. So you will not get any kind of support for RHEL 7 from official Red Hat, right? Because that is end of life. So you will not able to support. So what in that case, what you will do? Once they will stop supporting, after some time, they will also remove their official repository. Official repository means all the packages they have stored on a single place and they have shared that URL. When you will buy a license, you can access that, right? So they will also remove that. So once they will remove, and later on there is some dependency, right? Software dependency is there. You can only run your software on RHEL 7. You cannot run that software on RHEL 8 or RHEL 9 or 10, whatever, right? You cannot run your software on the upgraded version. So what you will do, you will face so many issues to manage or your software. So in that case, what you can do, you can also create your local yum repository and manage your yum repo. Okay. So basically, we are going to host a local yum server, right? Let's suppose you have not registered yourself with Red Hat and you don't have license, then you will not able to run this command, right? You will not able to run yum command or DNF command like this, right? You will not able to run these two commands if you have not registered yourself or you have not have done just like if you have not purchased a subscription of Red Hat, so you will not run this command. So in that case, what you can do, you can leverage RHEL DVD to create your own local yum server, right? So that you can use this DNF or yum command in your local system, okay, in local network. So we are going to do that. So let's understand how we will follow. So first thing it is required, we have to set up one system, right? That doesn't matter it is CentOs or RHEL, right? You have to set up one system. Again, you have to install required softwares on the system. You have to prepare package repository. And after that, you have to create yum repository metadata. After that, you have to create and configure HTTP server Apache, right, to host your repository. And next, you have to configure your firewall if necessary. 7, you have to verify yum repository. Then you have to configure yum client and update yum cache on client, right? So you can you have to follow all this step to host your yum server. So for now, let's suppose if you are not able to understand what is yum server, I'm talking about yum server, yum server, yum server, but maybe you are not able to understand in a proper way what is yum server and why it is required. No worry, just focus on the steps as of now. You will understand when you will start using yum on daily basis. All right. So let's go ahead and follow the steps. So the very first thing you have to, all right, attach your RHEL DVD ISO from server, and you have to mount your ISO on MMT, right? So these two things you have to do. So let's go on my another screen and you just see how we can do same thing, right? Just stop sharing another screen. Share. Okay, so I hope you are able to see my screen, right? So what I have to do, I have to attach RHEL DVD on my system, right? So I am on the virtual box. You are able to see my virtual box. Here you have a DVD icon, right? This one. So in this DVD icon, once you will click on it, you will see your DVDs here, right? So RHEL 8.9 is this. This is the DVD. So you already have. If you are not able to see here, you can just choose a disk file and right. So I have to just select this RHEL 8.9 because I have installed RHEL 8.9 on my system. So just click on open. That's it. So your DVD is now attached. You can say your DVD is now attached with the system. Okay. So let's stop this and just go back to our main screen. Okay. Now able to see. So let's see on terminal and see I have already accessed my server that from remote, right? Through SSH root as the IP address of the server. So I have accessed. Now, if you run df-h command here, you will see your DVD is not mounted by default, right? So what you can do, you can run command ls blk command, right? Once you will run lsblk command, you will see all the drive attached with your system, right? So like this, you can run this lsblk command and you will see all the drive attached with your system. So this SR0, right? So SR0 is the your, you can say serial number 0 means your DVD ROM, right? Here you can see it's showing ROM, right? This one. And what is the size of this? Its size is 12 GB. So let's mount it, right? So where it need to mount it, you have to run this command, mount space slash dev sr0 and mnt, right? Because in when we was discussing the file system, I already told you any device which you will connect with system, their address will be inside dev, right? So we have to run command mount space slash dev sr0 and then mnt. Mnt is already a blank directory, right? So let's see with the before mounting ls slash mnt. See, nothing is there inside this mnt, right? So let's mount it. Mount. So mount means we are, see, we have attached our DVD, but still we are not able to use our DVD because it is not open till now on system, right? Because we are working on the command line. If you will have a graphical mode, then that DVD automatically will be mounted. Okay. So slash dev sr0 space slash mnt. Once you will run this, your DVD will be mounted inside the mnt folder and in read only mode. Read only mode. See, read only. So if you will run mnt command here, mnt, you will see your DVD is showing here. So inside this MNT, your package is available inside app stream, right? Packages here. All the RPM package, right? All the software on related to Red Hat is available in this, right? So this, all this is a softwares, right? And also same thing available for base OS. So we find these two repository means one is app stream, second one is base OS. These two directory contained all the RPM related to Red Hat system, right? Everything available inside these two directory, right? So next, let's create a repo configuration file to use ISO as a temporary yum server and save it. So now here what we are going to do, we are going to use a temporary yum server, right? Temporary yum server, so that we can also use it and install it. So what you have to do, you have to use this, all right, configuration, right? What you have to do, you have to use this configuration, all right? Why? So that you can, all right, you can configure it and use your temporary yum, right? So let's go on terminal and create it. So how? We already know the vim way. So inside the etc yum dot repos dot d, inside this location, right? This is the location of the directory. You have to create file inside this directory. So you can use a name media.repo. So see, always remember this name, right? This name you can use anything, but extension should be .repo. Clear? Extension should be .repo only. So just create this file, and inside this file, you have to just write down these configuration which is given on this, right, screen on the notepad. So let's type it and let me make you understand. So in this bracket, you are giving the name of the repository, right? So what name you are going to use? BAS base OS, right? So these two repositories there. So base OS, and here you can use name is equal to RHEL base OS PKG, right? Means package. Anything you can give. This is a simple message, right? So you can give it. After that, you have to use base URL. Base URL. Base URL means you are letting your yum server know where is your basically package available, all the packages where your package available. So my package is available where is equal to, currently I'm not using any sharing method, so I'm using local file. So local file always start with file, right? You have to type file colon slash slash slash, right? So you have to type 3 slash here. 1 slash is for this one, and 1 slash is for your local system. So where your file is available, so you can see here, you can just see here ls mnt, all right, this is the file base os, this is the location. So what you have to do, you have to just type this one base os, okay? So just here, right, like this, okay? You have to type like this. So for this is for base OS. A same thing you have to do for also your another package, like repository. So now we have defined the base OS, and after that you have to use GPG check. What is GPG check means? If you will keep GPG check 1, right? If you will use 1, your it will check every time when you will install any package, it will check the key for that package. So I will recommend that if you are creating GPG from your, just like you are creating local yum server from DVD, make GPG check 0, because you know this is the authentic package, right? Basically, you can understand with this, it's kind of verification. You are downloading package from the genuine source or not. Before that, you can also use one meta data underscore expire is equal to -1. So once you will define metadata expire, -1 means it's unlimited. It will never expire. If you will not define, that is also okay. but it's good. Please define it. Okay. After that, you have to use enable is equal to 1. So enable is equal to 1 means whatever configuration we have done for this base OS, we are enabling this repo. If you will make it 0, means configuration is there, but your repo is not enabled. So you will not able to find your repo. Okay. And you can leave it. And if you want, you can use cost is equal to 500. Here, the same thing what you have to do, you have to do for another. So let's use yesterday knowledge 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. We have 7 lines. So let's move your cursor on the base OS and just press come out from insert mode first and just press YY, right? Just press YY and then press P. Oh, sorry. We have to press 7 and then YY and then just press P here. So now we copied same line here and let's modify same thing for another package, right? That another we have, right? This one, app stream, right? So let's use the same thing here. This name you can give anything, doesn't matter. You have to write app stream only. So I'm writing app stream so that you can understand this package is from, it's taking package from app stream folder, right? App stream. So make sure one thing, right? So it's very important. Don't put space between these lines. If you put space, it will not work. So make sure you don't do mistake, right? Just like don't put underscore. Underscore you can put, but don't put space between these names. Okay. Here now MNT app stream, right? And meta and list everything is okay. So now we have configured our both repo. So we have configured two repo. One is this base OS and second one is app stream. So this is repository, right? We are configuring repository. And now just save your file. Once you will save your file, and so you can verify, right? So you just need to run yum update command. Once you will run yum update command, you will see, all right, what it is saying. So this system is not registered. DNF update. Oh, sorry. This is not the correct yum update. So it was typo. So once you run yum update command, see, it is updating package, right? It is saying nothing to do, means there is no update available. There is no update available. Only the base OS package is there. Here, the base OS package, RHL base OS, and sorry, oh, so we have not modified name here. App stream. We have to use app STRE stream, right? App stream package. So yum update. So nothing to do, right? This system is not registered and dependency is already resolved. So nothing to do. Means we have successfully configured a temporary yum server. See, this is a, you can say, it's a trick. If you don't have registered yourself, you can leverage your live DVD as a local yum server, right? You just have to create this file and that's it. And your yum command will start working just like we was installing yum install. So previously it was not working. So now this, see, it is able to install the package. From where it is installing? It is installing for yum stream and base OS, right? So it is installing from our local system, which is we have configured. But we are into the journey of configuring local yum server. So this is also local yum server. But in this case, you will able to use yum server on this system only. You will, let's suppose you have 100 servers. So you want to install packages everywhere, somewhere NFS server, somewhere Sambas or any other packages. So on network, you will not able to use it. But on local system, if you want, you can just create this file and mount your DVD into the MNT folder, and you will able to use yum server. Okay. So we have done one step here. Next, let's go set up a CentOS system. And so we have already done install required software, open terminal, and run and create this servers, right? So what we have to do, we have to run command first one. So see why we need to create yum repo, right? See here, yum install, create repo, and http. These two package we have to install. So let's go on terminal, and yum update we have already done. Let's create yum install repo and httpd. These two packages. So what I'm doing, yum is the command. I'm giving instruction install, and this is the package which I'm going to install, right? So just press enter and Y. So see, these two packages are installed. We have successfully installed create repo, and we have successfully installed httpd. These two softwares we have installed successfully. Okay. Now, what you have to do, you have to prepare the package repository, right? So create a directory to store the RPM packages you want to make available by a yum server, right? So what you can do, you can create this directory. Again, we have installed yum server, right? And we have installed a HTTP. So through HTTP, we are going to use a file sharing method through HTTP. So let's go and create a directory here. You can use sudo, or either you can not use sudo. So if you are using root, no need to type sudo, right? So you can run command directly. So mkdir space hyphen capital P, sorry, small p, and then where www html, and then local hyphen yum. See, these where www.html will be the constant, but local yum you can define according to your repository. Just like you can use nscloud, you can use nks, you can use yum, or you can use dnf. Anything you can give name, any name you can give. Just give one name, right? So I'm just going to use local hyphen yum, right? And then slash repo. So repo means, or either you can create repo, or either you can use packages, right? You can use packages, anything you can name. So why we are creating this directory? Because we will copy all the package from DVD to this directory, so that we don't have to mount our directory, or we don't have to right, use yum server temporarily, right? So let's create it. So once you will run this command, you will see inside this directory ls, local yum is created. Inside local yum directory, one package folder is created, right? So currently this is blank. So after creating this folder, what you have to do, you have to copy your complete, right, package from mnt base os packages to this repository, and app stream package to your local repository. So either if you want, you can simply copy the whole folder like this, or if you want to create a local, just like uh, if you'll use this packages means you have to copy all data in single directory. So what you can do, you can use rsync command. Rsync command is also used to copy files. So let me check rsync is there or not. It is there. That's why rsync space hyphen av. Av for A for archive, V for verbose, right? And then source. What is the source? MNT, base OS, and packages. All right. So this is the package. You can copy from here to here, or either if you want, you can use CP command also, as we have done practice for CP command. CP space hyphen RF, right? You can copy your package from here to here. Start.rpm like this. Okay. So let's copy. So see, we have not used V command. So it is not showing the process. So it is asking. So it is copied some file. That's why it is asking again. It is asking for the, so let me do one thing. rm-rf var www star once, and then run again CP command this. And let's wait for complete this process. So it will take some time because data size is around 7-8 GB. So maybe it can take around 8 to 10 minutes to complete this sync. So base OS is already done. Let's do the same thing for app stream, right? App stream packages star.rpm, right? And just copy it. So let it complete. So guys, you are able to understand till now? It is very basic thing, right? So you have to practice multiple time for creating yum server, right? So in when you will give Red Hat exam, right, you will also get just like you will find option how to configure a yum local yum client, right? So you don't have to configure server, but you have to configure yum client. So both thing will cover in today class. Okay, copied is done. It's very fast. Let's check how much data is copied. Du hyphen sh slash var www.html 12 GB, right? See, 12 GB is copied. So I have good RAM, CPU, and all. So that's why it's copied very fast, right? So 12 GB data is copied inside my local yum inside the packages. So what is there inside these packages? Let's see and understand what is there. ls. See, it's a RPM, and how many RPM is WC hyphen L. So total we have 8,685 RPM inside this directory, right? Inside this packages folder. Understand? So what we did, we copied all RPM package from DVD to our system itself. This we have done, right? So let's go and follow the next step. Now you have to create a yum repository. Now you need to generate metadata for the repository using create repo command. This metadata help yum client to understand the package dependency and other information, right? So once you will run this command, it will create a, it will create basically a repo data folder inside this repo folder. Okay, so create repo space. If you want to use hyphen v, you can use hyphen v where www.html packages, right? So once you will create it, so it will do one thing, it will create a metadata inside this, right? So inside this packages, it will create .repo data folder, and inside this repo data, it will create some XML files to store complete package structure and information about this all the RPM packages. So see, repo md.xml is created. Okay, so see, now it is created inside the repo data here. One repo data folder is created. So you can see what is there, where www.html repo data. So this folder is created. Before it was not there. And inside this folder, all this XML file and repo mode md.xml file is created. So what is the use of this repo md.xml? So use of this is it's creating information related to dependency and all, right? It's created information related to dependency about each packages which is available inside the repo data folders. Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to create a repository, right? So let's create. So configure HTTP server Apache, right? So, okay. So now just need to use systemctl start HTTP and then systemctl enable HTTP command. Just like systemctl, currently if you see HTTP status, so it is not running, right? So just need to start it. Start and then enable. After enabling, you can also check the status. So you can see this HTTP is now running. So now if you will see here, right? So you can access your server through network, right? If you will run any browser, so see, through network means now you can access your server from anywhere in the network. If you have connected on your local server, let's suppose you have 100 server, 200 server, 500 server, all that server can access this URL from like this, http colon double backslash 192.168.1.200 is the IP. Okay, slash, you can use the folder name. So what is the folder name? Local hyphen yum, right? So they can access this URL. So once when you will access this URL, you will see your all packages available. See URL curl and then see. You will see your all packages which is available on server. So it is not running. It is saying 301 moved permanently. That's fine. Let's see the error here. Configure the firewall if necessary. So before that, let's check. Yes, via system CTL status D. So system CTL firewall D. So firewall C is still firewall is running. So what you have to do, you have to open firewall so that you can access HTTP from network. Otherwise, you will not able to access. So for that, what you have to do, you have to run command firewall. See, guys, don't confuse. We will cover all this topic in very detail in later on classes. So right now we are configuring yum, but we are also have to perform all these tasks. So you, when you do the practice, do the same thing, right? Just do the same thing so that you able to access or you able to create your yum repository when you start, right? Okay. So let's use firewall hyphen cmd and hyphen add hyphen service is equal to http hyphen permanent. You have to run this command. Success. And after that, you have to use firewall cmd space hyphen reload. Okay. Okay. So let's check this. and if you are able to access now. So still it is saying permanently moved. So what you have to do, just let's check here on get and force. So we have created one server. This server very new, right? So we this SC Linux on the server is running. So what you have to do, you just have to run this vim etc SC Linux config. You have to open this file, and after that, here you are able to see one option SC Linux is equal to enforcing. So currently SC Linux is in enforcing mode. So just do permissive. So copy from here and modify this one. Go in insert mode, paste it, permissive. Guys, make sure don't do mistake on this, any spelling mistake or any syntax mistake when you modify this SC Linux is equal to permissive. So keep as it is, right? If you will do just like any mistake on this line, your server will be crashed. All right, so you have to do the troubleshooting, okay, for the server. So we learned that also later on. So let's save it, or either just run set and force is equal to 0 to disable this get and force. So now see it is showing permissive. Understand? Let's try to access again and see if we are able to access or not. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me share the browser also. Well, let me share one browser. Here and terminal. Okay, so I hope you are able to see browser here. So let's type that IP in 192.168.1.200 and see we are able to access or not. Okay, so we are able to access local uh, this test page means our HTTP service is accessible. So let's see the folder name where www.html. Inside this, you have to use this name on browser slash this one. So see, yes, we are able to access successfully. All right, so you are see on terminal, if you are not able to see properly, then you should access the same thing on the browser, means you are able to access your repository from here, means you have configured your repository very carefully and successfully. So you can see all the packages available here, right? All the packages, all RPM packages available on network now, means from all over the network which is connected through your local intranet, you will see all the packages on the browser, right? So you don't have to share this to anyone, but you have to test as an administrator. Okay, now what you have to do, so you can run this command to open the firewall. Next, verify the yum repository. So at the point of your local yum repository, you should verify the right HTTP, your server IP, local yum.repo. So this was the same. Now configure the yum client. So here, right, till now we perform everything on server. Now what you have to do, you have to connect a client machine and you have to just configure it, right? So let's go on client once. I'm starting new server. Till now, all actions we have performed on server. Okay. Just give me a minute. I'm starting uh, another server, the client machine. Okay, so now server is started. Let's go on terminal. So see, currently I am on which server? Host name hyphen capital I. Currently I am working on IP address 200, right? So let's log out from here and log in on a client machine. So how I can log in on client machine? So my client server IP is 13192.168.1.13. Let's log in on it, give password. So see, now I have logged in on client machine right here. So you can run. So see, now I have logged in on client machine. So before configuring, let's run yum command. Yum install HTTPD. So see, not able to install HTTPD or VIM, nothing you can, no command will work because there is no data available inside where, sorry, etc yum dot repos dot d. So we have only one file with the name of Red Hat repo, or inside this file, we don't have any kind of data. See, everything is commented. We don't have any actual data, right? So if will your system will be registered, you will not see this message, right? So let's create the repository. So login on server and you have to create one repository file, and inside that repository you have to define this key, right? Name you can give anything, repository you can give name anything, base URL you have to define the URL which you tested on your browser. Okay, so let's do the same thing on terminal. On client machine, vim slash etc yum dot repos dot yum hyphen client dot repo. So see, this name can be anything. Understand? This name can be anything. Only extension should be same. Means dot repo should be there in the last. Okay, of the file name. Next, open. Here you can create any name, just like local hyphen yum, or anything, just like if you want to give uh, nscloud yum, and here name is equal to local yum server, right? You can give any name, right? And then, so guys, all this is a case sensitive, right? So don't just try to name capital, don't try to write name like this, right? Use in small only. Name base URL. Base URL is the location from where it will pick the package. So what is our location? We have browser, so this is our location, right? Just copy this and go and paste here like this, right? You have to paste like this. Local yum dot inside this. What is the name? It is packages, right? So we have to copy the complete location where you have RPM and repo data like this. Okay. Now here you have to type enable is equal to 1. Enable is equal to 1 means you are enabling this repo. Okay. And GPG check is equal to 0, because you already know this is a genuine source. So if you will not check GPG check yes, if it will not check that, that is also fine, right? So you can just keep make it 0 and save it, and after that you can run yum update command and check your repository is configured successfully or not. So see, your local yum server is configured successfully. That's why you find this one, and everything is up to date. So why it is saying up to date? etc OS release. So the currently we have installed version only 8.9. and we mounted DVD also from 8.9, and we right, copy same packages inside this, right? So we also install same package. So let's suppose if you will download another ISO for RHEL 8.10, and you created yum server from that, then when you will run yum update, you will see so many package will be updated. Okay, so that's it. So for yum client, you have to just create this file. So when you will do the exam, right? So when you will do the exam, you have to create one client file inside the repo. So in your question, they will tell you configure yum client for this base URL. All right. So rest everything you will type, right? Whatever we have written inside this file, they will provide you base URL only. Base URL they will provide because all packages is stored here. So you have to configure yum client for this base URL. Right? So you can write down the same thing like this, okay, according to the instruction. Now your yum server is configured successfully. So you can run command yum install, let's suppose httpd we are going to install. So it will see now installation is happening from local server. So what it is saying, metadata package modular cannot be installed on sys system. No modular metadata package available file system. Okay. GPG is equal to 0. So we have not missed anything. Save GPG is equal to 0. Okay. 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 Let's run it. Yum clean all. And let's run this again. So cannot be installed on the system modular. No available modular metadata. Okay. For the package mode. Okay. So basically see some package is missing. The package we have copied inside that, it is saying no modular metadata for modular package mode HTTP2 is available. So what is the possible cause? Possible cause is inside this server ls/mnt. All right. Some package is also there which is not copied somewhere. Media.repo EFI from BSOS packages. So basically repo data is not available there. Okay, let me try to just yum install SSL. Package is already installed. NFS-server, NFS star. See, installation happened for NFS, right? So only difference is that package is not copied properly because we copied through star, right? We copied through star. So let's fix that too. Sync space -av mnt base OS packages /var www.html packages. See, it is copying data. App stream packages. but that create repo hyphen v. If you don't want to use v, that is also okay. Where html create repo. So only difference, it was actually maybe that package which we updated was not located there. That's why it's not created the repo data related to that package. So maybe that particular package is available in some other folder. So we'll find out. Okay. So it's done. Let's log out again and log in on client and see if we are able to do that. HTTPD star. So still see one package for what it is saying. No available modular metadata for package 2 cannot install file system tool mode HTTPD. The download package were saved in cache. Next successful transaction, it cannot be installed. Let me check if it is available on server or not. So your yum server is configuration is done. Now nothing to do from a server perspective, right? You don't have to do anything from server perspective like this. You can run this command. If you want to install anything, you can run yum install and then package name. You can install any software. That's it, right? So the only difference, it is not finding, it's some issue in the metadata. So if you will not find, then you can simply just log in on server, run update db command and locate and this file name. So it is available somewhere. It is available in package. Okay. Then why it is not showing? This one is also available. So see, okay. Yum install 192.168.1.200 colon, sorry, not colon, slash slash. Yes, still giving, right? So somehow it is still, it is just like missing their metadata. So if you wanted to just like copy, if you are facing this, what you can do, you can also use their default metadata, right? So see here, Red Hat LTC MNT. So MNTC in app stream here, but we have metadata inside, just like outside this, right? We have some JSON here, media.repo, and inside this base OS, see packages here, and we have repo data separately nearby the packages. So what you can do, you can simply just copy this folder and you can use this folder for there, right? For example, let me show you that too. Let me just copy rm-rf slash var www.html local yum. Local yum you can use, or either you can just delete it. So now I have deleted and I'm just copying cp-rf where, sorry, mnt app stream to where www.html. So what I'm doing, see, I hope you understand what I did. It's only metadata was not founding metadata for that particular package. When we install NFS package, it was installed, but somehow the metadata for that HTTP package was not founding, right? So that's why we are just copying the complete app stream folder also. So it's totally depend on you, right? You can troubleshoot also, you can find out the metadata, you can download the packages again and put inside the repository and create repo data again. So to avoid that, we are using. So you will able to troubleshoot when you will start using it, right? As of now, for now, you just make what I have done, so that you can just get the basic thing how to configure yum local yum server, and make sure you do the practice. And when you will start using on daily wise, right? At least uh, 8, 6, 7 class will happen, then you will able to understand the exact use of yum server. All right. So now we have where www.html two folder here. So what you can do now, you have to go on client. Inside the client, that file you have created, repo, right? Client repo. Here, you have to just define two files, app stream, and here app stream, copy 6yy, paste. Another is base OS, right? Just copy this here and then change the base OS. Write this, and let's see if you are able to run the command. Okay, so now repository is there. Yum HTTP start. See, installation is done, right? So now you install able to install. So only that repo data was missing. So maybe why repo data was missing? Because maybe inside that folder, the package structure was something else. When we copy the whole folder, maybe any folder, any different package, because we created repo data for create repo for a particular folder only. We did not go inside that folder. So maybe that package or dependency was in some other folder inside that folder, right? So that's why it was showing that issue, right? Now it is fixed. So it's best thing also, you can follow the structure which Red Hat provide, like this, where www.html. So if you'll go here now, here, continue to site, no, 200 HTTP. So see, here we are not able to see our repository. So when you will run, sorry, file name, what is the file name? Where www.html. All right. So here app stream is there, right? So you have to type /app stream. So you will see your packages here, right? Understand? If you will see the base OS, base OS is there, right? So this is how you can leverage local yum server to configure yum. So now your configuration is done. Let's suppose now you have to create a new, right, yum client, right? Just like you install one new operating system and you wanted to configure yum client. So what you will do? Nothing to do. You just go on the server which you have created and create one repo file like this one, and put in same entry inside that repo, right? So you can copy this and keep it with you on notepad, and just create one file on the client machine like this, yum client.repo, and put same content inside that. That will start working as a yum client. Okay, understand? Guys, understand?
Yes.
Okay, great. So what about you guys?
Yes.
Okay, great. So make sure you do the practice for this and let me know whenever you face issue. So try to do the same thing what we have done. All right. And if you face any issue, just let me know. And my expectation is definitely you will, maybe you will face issue, or you will do the mistake. So you can face issue. All right. But don't worry. When you will do that, so this is how you can leverage the local yum server in your in-house location. Okay.